Hello, and welcome to the 107th edition of Beer Issues. My name is Matt Bruckert, and I'm coming to you live here from quarantine at Casa de Bruckert, where today we're going to be sampling a very good beer, in my opinion. It doesn't get all the ratings that it may deserve, but it is from Abita Brewing Company, the AndyGator, which they call it a Helles DoppelBock, which kind of confuses me, and we'll talk about the reasons why that confuses me. So first we're going to talk about the fact that this beer clocks in, the rating is at 81 out of 100 in Beer Spectator, but in Beer Connoisseur it's rated a 92 out of 100. So the reviews are all over the board on this one. I've had this many times before, and I'm going to put it at a higher rating than that 81, probably closer to that 92 because I've had it. Now this beer clocks in at 8% alcohol by volume, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and pour it, and then we can talk about it here. Try and get a little head on there. Oh yeah, getting a nice, good head on it. So the reason I said that the beer is kind of an odd thing, a Helles DoppelBock. Well, Helles is a traditional German pale ale, which we're getting more of a pale ale in this beer, a Helles style. And then a DoppelBock is a strong, rich, weighty lager, and it's usually a little bit darker. So the light, dark, I don't know. I think they call it a DoppelBock is because it is boozy at 8%. But the Helles, I have drank Helleses that were higher, so it's a little bit confusing on my part. But let's go ahead and pour the rest of this, then we'll talk about it. And also a Bock is a bottom fermented lager. So this is a really unique beer. And I've had it before, so I would put it on the higher category. When I saw the 81 out of 100, I was like, man, that's a good beer. And it might be because some people don't like it, because it is a little bit on the sweet side, if I remember all the details of this beer. But let me retaste it here. I haven't had one in a while. Now, the funny thing is on this beer, when I smell it, it smells like a lager. It absolutely just smells like a lager. I wouldn't... Yeah, I mean, all I'm smelling is just a standard lager beer, but I know it tastes different, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give this the official taste test. So this is out of Covington, Louisiana. And Abita, they do make some really good beers. As a matter of fact, I have another beer out there that we'll be trying from Abita because I do like their beers. They do a good job. So I'm going to go ahead and sample this. Oh yeah, so that is the beer that I remembered. So it's a really smooth. I would say it tends to be more like the lager, more like maybe the DoppelBock flavor, but it is a light for a DoppelBock. So you get a sweetness and the sweetness of the Helles, but the booziness of the DoppelBock. It's really a nice beer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So this is a beer that you can pretty much year round you can drink this beer because it really is. It's light enough that you could drink it, poolside. 8%, you might not want to drink it too fast because it might make your day run a little bit short. But it's light enough that you could drink it poolside or have it in the evening as a little bit heavier beer because it does clock in at 8%. So it's pretty much any time of day would be a good day to drink an AndyGator. Now, I'm a Florida State fan, so I'm not a big Gator fan. So, but this beer, I can drink it, even though it does have a gator on the front of it. If you can see, it's got the gator here with the crown and everything like that. But I don't take it personally when it comes to beer and gators. I just don't like the Florida Gators. But that's just my own personal opinion. Oh yeah, definitely very drinkable beer. Solid beer they put out. I've been drinking these for years. I just happened to be in the store the other day and I saw one. I'm like, hey, let me grab that. I haven't done an Abita beer with beer issues, so I figured I'd do that. And I've actually found, like I said, another beer. So we're going to be trying out some other Abita beers, but they do make some good solid beers. And if you enjoy this or learned anything about Box, which is or Helles, you've kind of learned a little bit about it, make sure you tell your friends so they can learn about beer, things that they might not know about beer, and make sure that they tell their friends and their friends tell their friends until everybody knows about how much fun we're having sitting around drinking beer. If you want cool merchandise like this great hat, t-shirts, phone cases, anything with the Beer Issues logo on it, go to shop.beerissues.com. And as my wife likes to say, I have beer issues.